Please welcome up to the microphone, kicking us off, Donna Geary.
When you pull out a book on a train, do you ever clutch it closer to your chest, hoping someone won't steal it? When you pull out a book on a train, are you scared the battery's gonna die before you find out who killed who or where the boy next door runs into the girl of his dreams? No. The answer will always be no unless you buy only first editions, my friend. But that's what I like about books. Most of the time, you aren't the first to read them or touch them. It's an experience to check a book out of the library or to borrow it from a friend. To know someone else might have felt the same or differently. To read someone's scrawled handwriting or run your fingertips over slightly raised ink. With a book, you can have your thumb in its spine and your hand on its waist, and it won't even know you're there. With an ebook, you're so plugged in, and it's so skinny and fragile, it's nowhere near as solid and therefore nowhere near as fun. I know you can look at me now and maybe know I'm a total bookworm, but I lapsed in judgment in my youth. I used to be one of the robot collectors, the button clicker for Pages fellows. Yeah, that's right, I used to be one of them. An ebook lover, true and true, stuck in a screen, cowering from the sun. Now, back in 6th grade, I was the shortest by far. All my pigtails braided and Nancy Drew's #1 fan. Back then, I dreamt of a little Kindle to burn up books. Amazon was hot back then. And I dropped hints about my tech needs like little breadcrumbs that Chicago winter. As quirky as I am now, I must admit I was just like other kids back then and often made the same foolish mistakes, wanting to want when I was already satisfied with my needs. Now on Christmas Day, my heart flatlined when I opened my gifts. I had specifically outlined my desperation for a Kindle, had left newspaper coupons for Best Buy, had combos about tech stuff coming out that summer. But no, that year I found myself crisscross applesauce in front of our Christmas tree, surrounded by a bloodbath of the glitter, ribbons, waxy paper, and shiny wrapping, with only nail polish, lotion, a rock painting set, but no Kindle left standing. I looked up with fake enthusiasm plastered on my face, and said, "Thank you so much," and laughed hysterically. When what I really wanted to say was, "Wow, you guys managed to get me everything I didn't ask for. Not even a book, or I don't know, a Kindle." I tried to be appreciative, but I was falling apart. I wanted to throw a tantrum, but I was 12, not 5. My saving grace that year was coming late though. I ran into her across the table at an obligatory family dinner. She was an aunt that could only be described as loving, but uber judgy, and was one of those pass the peaches, sit up straight, cross your legs, get married in college, oh my dear women. She did little with her time except think about the shoulda couldas, and consequently she had plenty of shoulda coulda money saved up. She was perfect. That dinner I did, yes ma'am, did, of course I respect my elders, across from her all night. I hinted at how it was never too soon to buy graduation gifts, at how Christmas could come late, at how books were so my thing. By the end of the night, listening to her trash talk, my side of the family was getting on my last nerve, and I was just about to blow all my best efforts at etiquette when she gave me a Christmas card. 20 whole bucks. Psh, I was rich, but it wasn't a Kindle. A few days later, my aunt informed me I should be expecting a package in the mail. I checked, and there it was. Delivered by some miracle to me, my very own Kindle, Signed, love your darling, pass the peaches, sit up straight, cross your legs, get married in college, auntie. It all seemed perfect. I soon programmed my Kindle, creatively naming it Donna's Kindle. Unfortunately, by Valentine's Day, I had subsequently forgotten all about my ebook. It had become food for the dust bunnies next to my bed and had become overshadowed by the books I would bring home from the library. You see, the library was the only place that could satiate my sweet tooth for a good book on a hot day. I had always had a thing for Harold Washington, even though it held far less books than its spacious fortress implied. I was as much in love with the hardcover spines of scroll and ink as I ever was. And yes, I did stray, but in my defense, I was a kid. Now I'm 18, basically a grandma.